Hey guys, it's Yankee Prepper, and today I want to share one of my favorite desserts with you. Christmas is coming, and this is something that we have around Christmas and New Year's every year. We've been going to a lot of Christmas parties lately, and we always bring this, and then we always serve this either on in or around Christmas or New Year's as well. So it's not something that we eat all the time. It's one of those foods that we kind of save for the holidays. One of the coolest gifts I've ever seen given was the gift of a family cookbook that my wife's mother gave her as a present. She actually handed it out to all of her children, and she took the time to put it all together and, alphabetically put it in order of recipes that's been handed down. And it's a really cool idea. I mean, it's great because there's foods that we relate to that bring back good memories, especially around the holidays. And this was one of these recipes that were put in here. Now, as opposed to me, these are the two cookbooks that I inherited from my parents, and nothing's alphabetical order put into any kind of order at all, actually, and that pretty much sums me up in general. But it's so much fun going through even the disorder of my cookbooks to find those old memories that we hold. And one of the I guess one of the things that I'm extremely thankful for from my parents is, they raised me up, I think, with a lot of skill to be able to function in the world. And I've always tried to push this on my channel as well, that being able to cook and eat well should be a priority for any prepper. Even though this is not a prepping video, I just want to reiterate that cooking is a very important skill. You're going to use this skill for the rest of your life, and your body, like a machine, has to be maintained well. And being able to cook and eat with nutrition in mind is a big part of that. Even though this is not a very healthy recipe that I'm about to show you by any means, it's just one of those great desserts that I really enjoy and want to share with you. Now, unlike a lot of my vids, most of my vids are about what I'm doing or what I know the most about, and it's pretty easy for me to make videos like that. This is different because I have never baked a cake before. I've had a couple asshats requested, so I thought I could knock out a couple birds with one stone here, have a little fun with them, and yet pass this recipe on to you. And hey, if my wife can bake a cake, I can bake a cake. So I'm going to give it a shot. I love desserts. I love brownies and cake and pie and candy. I'm a chocolate fiend, so I'm going to have no problem consuming whatever product here. I hope it turns out well, but even if it doesn't, I'm sure it'll get eaten. This is a very, very simple recipe. I've seen my wife make this before, and I've definitely eaten the product many times. And you got to believe me that any party or Christmas party or any table that you put this on, this cake is going to be a big hit. You got to take my word for it. At least make it once. Okay, the ingredients are real simple. You're going to need 1 pack of instant pudding, 4 eggs, sugar, some yellow cake mix, some oil, and some rum, and then a cake mold, and whatever you need to mix it up with utensil-wise. Put the whole pack of cake mix in. 1 pack of instant vanilla pudding. Half a cup of water. Half a cup of oil. 4 eggs from your chickens. Oh, Yankee comes in here for this. He knows the breaking of eggs might be an opportunity for him. Beat for about 5 minutes. Okay, the mold I'm using is one of these silicone deals, and I'm not sure if you're supposed to flour that or grease that or whatever, but I did flour it. When your batter's done, after that 5 minutes, just pour it in. Alright, when you got it all in there, set your oven for 325, put it on a baking sheet, put it in there for 1 hour. Now right before that cake is done, get a half a stick of butter, 3/4 cup of sugar, and a half a cup or more of spiced rum. Put it on the stove and boil it for 1 minute. Remember, just a minute. Alright, there it is, hot out of the oven. I actually cooked this for another additional 15 minutes because it just didn't quite look done. While it's still hot, take your Mosin bayonet and poke holes in it carefully in the bottom, making sure not to go through your pan. Now if you don't have a Mosin bayonet, you can use one of these bamboo sticks too and do this, but this makes a nicer hole. While all this is hot, take that mixture that you just boiled and pour it on top and let it soak into those holes. If it's not soaking in fast enough, don't be afraid to put some more holes in it, but I perforated this pretty good. Once you've poured the sauce on top of the cake, you have to let it sit and absorb it. Now the recipe calls for it to be placed in the refrigerator and actually sit overnight while it absorbs the sauce and cools off. But I can't wait that long. I want to eat it tonight and I want to serve it to my family. So what I did was I took it onto the porch, which is a 3-season porch, and let it cool off out there and soak it up. And I do think that's enough to get the job done. I don't think we'll have any problems eating it. Alright, let's see how this turned out. I think it's going to come off. Okay, maybe not. Might have to do this again. Help! Uh-oh. Well, I gotta cut this thing off? That wasn't that hard. Not too bad. Not too bad for an amateur. Well, there it is. Now, I did take a little bit off the top, not much, but I'm sure that's going to get eaten and taken care of. And if you're really cool like me, you can take a piece of PET and thermoform your own cover, your own package. Anyway, let me serve this to the kids and let's see how it goes. Alright, there it is. Who wants cake? Me! Alright, this is Dad's first shot at this, so be kind. Usually Mom is serving this time of year. We're going to have double a rum cake this year, I guess.
Look at this. Hey, Mom.
Hold on there, buddy.
I'm hungry.
That's kind of a big piece. How about you take this one? And I'll take that one. Alright, be honest. What do you think? Is it as good as Mom's?
Oh my gosh. As good as Mom's. Yes.
This really will make you the hit of any holiday party. It's a great recipe, and I want to thank my wife and her side of the family for bringing that into our traditions as well. Just a couple last mentions about this. It makes a great coffee cake in the morning, like I'm getting up this morning just having a cup of coffee with it. And it makes a great dessert to take to a Christmas party, like I mentioned before. And I want to say that altogether, I don't know, it was $1 for the cake mix and maybe 60 cents for the instant pudding, and I don't know, maybe $1 in other ingredients. It's a very cheap dessert, and food is very comforting. And if the economy continues to go onto the path that it's going, I'm telling you, more important than any of the guns or ammo or any of that other stuff, eating well and learning how to prepare food well, and especially learning to do it cheaply, is going to be the most important skill if we really continue to dive into this economic depression. And food like it was for my parents who grew up and lived through the Depression. Food was something the family kind of rallied around and always at least counted their blessings that they had enough to eat. And the stories of how well they were able to prepare that food with the little food that they had. And it's really important. It's a great morale builder. And if you even check into some of the more recent disasters, you know, I often mention Bosnia or Argentina in some of my past vids. Food is really important during those times. You know, half the world is starving to death as we speak. And it's important that you learn how to cook. It's an important skill. I'm kind of in the halfway point of my life where I spent half of my adult life single and half of my adult life married with a family. And in either situation, I was really happy to have those skills to be able to prepare good meals and then gather a family around it. It's a morale builder and something that costs a few dollars here. You know, as I showed in the video, it can really bring a smile to a kid's face no matter how bad the times are. And that also helps, you know, the parent as well to know that their kids are happy. So keep that in mind, and that's the reason why I keep pushing this. As men, we should be able to do a lot of things, and providing for our family is one of them. Cooking is definitely not a woman's job. I like to almost share it or have fun with my wife when I'm cooking. It's something that we enjoy together. And man, it would be a huge piece missing in my life if I didn't have that. I like serving my family. It's a great job. Anyway, guys, try it out. Merry Christmas to you.